chips.
For real? Really?
No, God, if only. Oh.
Ritz, get at us. Email in the someone's bio.
Email somebody. Email somebody. We got an email somewhere out there. Anyway, we are here. The Emcees, we are down one white man, but that's okay. That's all right. He had a haircut.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it's a man thing. You guys be planning your haircuts every 2 weeks. He forgot he had obligations. So I don't know where he's going.
Glad everybody else plans theirs every 2 weeks, because we've seen me. I went like a good 2 months. I said,
well, this hair has a specific reason though. This is your con hair. This is I got plans hair.
Yeah, I'm be outside hair.
Don't be outside too much. It's hot. It's hot. Try to be inside as much as possible.
I'm not gonna lie. I looked at the weather though. The temperature is better for y'all over there than it is for me here.
Really? How bad is it for you?
It is like in the 90s right now with humidity.
Oh, you're looking at San Diego. San Diego's by the water, so I'm in the LA Valley. So
LA also was in like the high is 81. That is different compared to 95 here.
Girl, I don't think you know LA heat. It ain't.
Well,
whatever.
I only been to LA for like 2 days before, so yeah.
Yeah, cámate por favor. Anyway, we have some things to discuss. There's a few things. I think, obviously we got to talk about Comic-Con. We got to talk about how there's no studio. Like, studios are not bringing anything to Comic-Con. And I think it's really interesting, as you bring up your Demon Slayer Cup, that Demon Slayer is the headliner at Comic-Con this year. They've got that Hall H 5 p.m. Saturday night slot. That is so crazy, especially coming from the big prime time. Coming from last year's Deadpool Wolverine was the big highlight at San Diego Comic-Con to now Demon Slayer. I mean, do you think that has anything to do, or anything to say about anime and where we're going in the world?
I think anime had a really big jump this past year between like Dan to Dan. Obviously, Freyrin solo leveling because of popularity. I enjoy solo leveling, but if we're talking about stories, it's pretty basic. But I do think that it has hopped up a new level of mainstream for anime was this past year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm seeing all of these anime cafe, and they're not even like pop-ups anymore. They're solid installations of anime cafes. You've got the LA, the One Piece in Vegas, the One Piece in LA now. I'm seeing Naruto ramen
shops.
Yeah. There's all these collabs going on. I think Labubu did a collab. I mean, it's still One Piece. Or I think they did it with several Demon Slayer too now. Like Labubu's this big craze is now doing a bunch of anime collabs. The
Labubu craze is so wild to me, bro. I'm
ready. I want it to go away with the Tamagotchi, with the Furbies, like just the waves.
Like what happened? Because remember last year it was Thrill Joy.
Thrill Joy still is
No, I know Thrill Joy is gonna be there, and I'm excited for Thrill Joy. But I'm saying like on like the Labubu craze just came out of nowhere to me.
I was never on the Thrill Joy, and it's crazy because like Marissa's a friend of mine, and she works like at the top of Thrill Joy, but I just never understood it. Felt like, and I love Thrill Joy. Don't get it twisted. Like sponsor me. I'll rep your stuff. But I would rep it and then give it away. Like I don't have room for Thrill. They're just like boxes. They're
it is a different level of collectible. If you are a like collectible wall type of person, it makes sense. But yeah, it is because at least with Funko, right, you can take it out and it takes up like kind of minimal space. You can with the picks as well, but the picks, they have the ones that go on the wall. They have the big ones. They've got the little ones. I'm just not a big collectibles person enough for that. I think
I don't get the tableau of it all. Like I don't love anything pop culture-y enough to keep in little tableaus that are just supposed to just exist. Like
I feel that.
It just feels like stuff and unnecessary stuff. And it's crazy. Speaking of anime, gotta get you on. Hello?
Yeah.
You got ghosts? You got ghosts in your room? You good? You good, my guy?
A little bit. Maybe.
A little bit. Speaking of just unnecessary stuff while we're still on the anime, are you watching Gachi Yakata?
God, I haven't started it. I'm gonna start it on the plane ride. I fly out tomorrow, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna start it
download that immediately. You got to watch Gachi Yakata because it is exactly what we're talking about. I mean, I have a video. I swear to God, I'm gonna drop it. It's like
one
it's a
day.
video from Anime Expo where I was like, oh my God, Gachi Yakata, you guys got to watch it. Here's the whole plot. But it's really cool. It's like the guy lives up in the city, and it's separated by two different sectors. There's the upper class and the lower class. And the upper class doesn't believe in trash at all. I mean, they're buying Barbie dolls. If there's a cut in the dress, we're not talking about sewing. We're just throw it all away. Trash, 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 including trash people. And so our lead person, Rudo, he believes that every single item in the world has a soul and it has a purpose and it can be
Matters.
repurposed. It matters. Everything on this earth matters. And so he will take from the upper class and fix it and give it to people. But something happens, of course, and he is convicted of murder, and without a trial, without any kind of conversation, they send him to the third place, which is the dump. That's where they send all the trash and all the trash people.
It kind of gives Arcane a little bit, like with what you're saying
Arcane,
too.
Oh, 100%. It gives Arcane. It's by the same creators. Forget what the studio is called, but it's by the same creators that made Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and My Hero Academia.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah, like the art style and the story is very much of that vein.
Not gonna lie, this has me sold right here.
Woo!
This has me sold because I'm a big fucking Killua fan.
100%. But the big thing about this is that the way that it was described to me, it was the art of Full Metal. I'm sorry, the art of My Hero Academia, the story of Attack on Titan. So it's one of those where you can't love nobody.
Oh, everybody's fair game.
Yeah, everybody's fair game.
Oh God. Yeah, those hurt my soul.
Oh my God, my everything. I'll turn a bitch off. I'll never come back to it. If you X the wrong person,
Did you ever watch Akame Ga Kill?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit fucked with me. When I was like, wait, that person's dead? They're gone for real?
Wait, they dead? Wait, y'all, this is a joke, right? He gonna come back in the next episode. And even her like, she like at the end where and she's like, I'm gonna kill myself. But like, everything about that. I hate it when it's like, what was that? Neverland. The
Promise Neverland.
Promise Neverland. How it starts off so cute and they eating kids. Like,
you'd be like, how did somebody write this?
What, were you good? Like, can you imagine that in the pitch meeting? Like someone pitching that story to you. So like,
and I have to sit there and be like,
they're orphans, all different ages. They're cute. They're spunky. They want to find freedom. They want to find a world and a family beyond this. Aliens. Just like, aliens eat them. They are not children. They are fodder. Like, yeah. Let's run it through. Let me see the pilot. Like pump out the pilot, my guy.
Put it out right now.
So we're not going to any more music concerts because I guess music concerts expose.
Oh my God, I didn't realize you were. Oh yes, for everyone who's unaware, the Coldplay canoodlers is what they are calling them.
What is it? That line, they were like, Coldplay hadn't dropped a single in years, and now it's got two
and now
more.
they dropped two. Oh my God. Y'all, Coldplay's Chris Martin accidentally revealed an affair.
It wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault, but he accidentally exposed it. Because did you hear what got said? In the video, he says they're either really shy or they're having an affair. But again, this doesn't happen if they don't react this way.
It doesn't matter. Like, y'all is snooping around. Y'all slinky linking. What are you gonna do if you are on the camera? Because it's the second it hits that jumbotron, it's everywhere. It's
guys,
like,
look at the memes. They are memeing it up. It's been done at an anime convention already. Someone did Inuyasha cheating on Kagome.
Oh, it's the Coldplay cam. They're literally called it the Coldplay cam.
Yes.
Y'all are assholes.
It's an international meme. This is something that you show the aliens when they come to Earth. When they're like, make us understand internet
This
culture
doesn't.
here. This is what people will show. They'll be like, this is the type of shit we do.
And then the aliens will be like, oh, so y'all easy. Y'all hive mentality. Okay,
Oh, absolutely.
we got 'em.
100%.
We got 'em. Wrap it up.
I mean, I know that we're screwed if the aliens got, but yes, it's the Coldplay kiss cam. Jasmine, it gets worse. It gets worse.
How?
Do you realize that someone, well, he resigned.
Yeah,
she's she's on leave.
She's on leave. He resigned.
They made a video game, Jasmine.
I saw that. It was like find the canoodlers or something.
Find the Coldplay canoodlers, bruh. What are we talking about? What are we talking about as a society?
I hope that they put that behind a paywall. I hope that they got money on that.
Oh my God. I just couldn't believe it, bruh. I couldn't believe it.
I can. The way that the world works, like it makes sense.
Someone had a fair point because in society, it's interesting because someone was like, I don't think you should be fired over cheating or whatever.
I don't think so either.
The issue is that he was cheating with his head of HR at the same company.
I don't think that's a problem either.
It's an HR violation. It's a conflict of interest.
Not if it's consenting. Like I understand, like if they're on the same power level, which it sounds like they are, that's not a problem. How are they not? She's the head of HR. He's the head of astronomy.
He would name his head of HR. She still technically reports. It is a power dynamic thing. It's like you can't if she was just like a board. Well, I can't even say a board member. That does conflict of interest as well. Because are you a CEO because your board member likes you? Yeah, I know that at my company, for example, if you end up in a relationship or married, even specifically, you cannot report to that person. You can't report to someone who reports to them. And you also sometimes have to be in a different department because it's to avoid unethical conflict of interest, like them giving your team or you favorable treatment.
Where you work at?
I work at a, first of all of them don't need to know that, but I work at a fintech company.
I was like, who you work for? What government entity do you work for that it's got to be that serious?
It's that serious nearly everywhere.
I don't listen. I'm just a poor actor. I don't know how.
Yeah, actors, y'all just do whatever y'all want with whatever. Motherfuckers be married and going on the red carpet, kissing their co-star, and it's supposed to just be.
Stop. I feel like Vanessa Kirby is trying to pull a Scarlett Johansson, but Pedro, he got one foot in the closet, one foot out. Let that man breathe, okay?
And then who else? Yeah, because didn't ScarJo and Jonathan Bailey on the carpet kiss? Twice. And it's like, okay, in the movie, all right, but like, why?
Her husband responded. Her husband responded that because obviously when they're on the carpet, like they're gonna be like, oh, what the fuck is that? You cool with that? And he was like, it doesn't matter at this point. Like, I know my wife loves me. And I'm like, is it because she's the highest paid actor in the world and you don't want to lose that? Like, if it were me,
to be
I'd
fair,
be like,
didn't Halle Berry also like have to get Homeboy back or whatever?
I don't know, man.
There was someone that she kissed at like an award show or whatever, and it was for a thing that happened in the past when he kissed her. But it's like, but why though? What's a kiss among friends?
What is a kiss amongst friends? That's the conversation. What's a kiss amongst friends? A lot. That's a lot. I think that if I discuss it, a lot. A lot. Yeah, as someone who's kissed a lot of her friends, it matters. And it's not like a cute thing. Like for some friends, if you have that connection, like I've kissed my gay friends, I don't care. Like that doesn't matter to me. And I think that's what they're trying to say. But when you're doing it in a public forum on a stage where everyone in the world can see it,
that's where I'm like, because the one at the Jurassic World premiere, I was like, why? You don't need to sell the chemistry in the movie. I'm gonna be honest, they were barely into each other in the movie. Yeah, they were barely into each other.
Couple. Like what?
It's supposed to allude that they are, but yeah, like he's more infatuated with He's more infatuated with dinosaurs.
That man got nothing on the brain but dinosaurs. That was
Did they
best
even
friend
kiss?
chemistry.
They didn't kiss in the
No,
movie either, did they? So why did
no,
they do it at the red carpet?
no,
Yeah,
because
that doesn't make
they're
sense.
attention seekers. They're just Jonathan Bailey is hot right now. He is hot right now. He is a commodity right now, and it's cute. Like, they thought it was cute, but I'm like, I would have a serious conversation with my husband either before or after that's like, hey baby, this is a gimmick, my publicist, like, if that is a thing, like, I need you to be fully aware that I am committed to you, but I like playing. Like, I'm a very sexual person. I like playing, whatever,
Yeah.
and you just got to be cool with that. Or tell me right now if that's not okay. If that's not okay with you, then I won't do it. Like, I'll respect your boundaries, but I'm not just going to go around and kiss and have you deal with the consequences. Like, that's so fucked.
Which I feel like happens to a lot of, like, because we be just like, man, they're the strongest soldiers ever. Because yeah, I just, you know, I have been told in a relationship, if it's for work, whatever, but it's just like, again though, that's a conversation I have to have though. I'm not just gonna do it and then be like, well babe, it's, it's for content. Like, what?
There is no intimacy coordinator on the red carpets, okay?
Thank
That's
you.
not
Exactly. That is the clear difference. At least in the movie, there's 20,000 other people there and an intimacy coach, your HR.
your lawyer on the side, making sure hands aren't going where hands shouldn't be. Like, it's a lot. It's stressful, and there's pressure, and there's a reason why it is so stressful doing sex scenes or doing intimate scenes or doing, I mean, kiss scenes not really, but if you are doing sexual scenes, it's usually, there's not a lot of people. There's usually like 15 people, and that includes like the camera, the line coordinator. Like, it's only the people who need to be there.
Yeah.
And they put the pressure onto it because it matters. But it's just weird going from the last two conversations of like the Coldplay kiss, the Coldplay cam, and then into this like ScarJo, we just be kissing everybody. It just feels like, I don't know, like we've lost the value of connection and love, and just like, I don't know, it's just sad. It's a little
You're
disappointing to see.
telling me. When I tell you the amount of content that I've been getting, I saw someone. So we're getting into a little bit more of a serious conversation. I saw a really great video. I'll send it to you, where the lady was talking about, we've gone a little bit too far with the, if they wanted to, they would, to the point that we are depriving ourselves of connection. In that, like, sometimes, no, hear me out. Sometimes you have to tell people what you want, for example. So, like, for example, the girl Huda on Love Island was like, they're cleaning up like the yoga mats and all that stuff. And then she's just like, yeah. And then, like, you didn't pick up my yoga mat for me. And homeboy's just like, I mean, everybody was getting all their own stuff. And like, you didn't tell me you needed me to. She was like, yeah, like I was told they had like a baby challenge. And she was like, yeah, I was holding the baby and you didn't like just offer to get it for me. And it's just like, okay, well, like, I'll do better next time. And so what people like, the example that I'm trying to make is that there are some times where it is okay to not be like, this person did this for their girl, why don't you do that for me? Instead of letting a person know, hey, this is something that I want and that I appreciate. Is that something that we can try to do?
Ooh, I disagree with you. I disagree with you.
I don't think that you actually do, though.
I do. I genuinely do. I genuinely disagree with you, because I think that example that you use was a bad one. She is asking for an extreme. She's asking for an extreme, and she's
But
asking
that's
for
what
something.
I'm talking about, though.
No, I think that there are lines to that. I think
Right.
that you put a hard absolute. You said you need to speak up. Like that, the ideas of if
there
you
are
wanted
some
to,
things that you need to speak up about. You cannot blanketly put everything.
Not a yoga mat. I think that a yoga mat is extreme. I think that there's no way for him to have known, especially given the context clues of everything that was going around. He's not a mind reader. And I think expecting people to be mind readers is ridiculous. But also, I think that if you put a very high expectation on people and they are not aware of that expectation, it's not on them to pass or fail. I think that in that same vein, you need to be observant of your partner, and that goes on both sides. And I think that if you know that they're having a bad time, you should just react. I think that being with someone means that you be observant and you understand their temperature. I think that if they're upset, you should already know why, or you should be able to navigate that. I think that I don't know. I just think that if he wanted to, he would, is not an expectation of you need to do everything all the time. It's just that if you wanted to, if you thought about it, take that extra step and do it. That's what that means. I'm a book talk girly. I'm a romance girly. So it's not about subservience. It's not about you being ordered around by the individual. It's just taking that extra step to say, hey, I noticed. And so I did. It's just see a need, fill a need.
We're saying the same thing, because what
I
I'm
don't think
saying
we
is
are.
we
I don't
are
think
like
we are.
the video that I'm talking about, and I'll send it to you. She's saying we've gone to an extreme of society where like people put, if they wanted to, they would, over so many things all of the time, that it is to a point that people expect mind reading. People expect that you should know necessarily that like this is your quirk, or this is like, for example, you're saying that you would tell your partner about the like, hey, this is something the publicist and I talked about, whatever. Other people in like today's society, for example, might say, oh, like I don't need to do that. They know that I'm an actor. This is my job or whatever. And so like it's just work.
But
My
that's not
thing,
if he wanted to, he would. That's just, I have expectations. If he wanted to, he would, is you seeing a problem and without being asked, you fill that problem. But what your example was is that
but
girl
again,
being like, you should have just
but
done it.
we're talking about the extremes though. So a better example, if he wanted to, he would, goes into proposals, right? One thing that people often use for proposals is like, oh my God, he planned a surprise trip, flowers on the floor, up to the bed, this, that, or the third, a helicopter ride with Will You Marry Me on the ground. Girls, if he wanted to, he would. That is what, like, people put those type of expectations on everyday life based off of highlights on social media.
Oh yeah.
That is what I'm saying.
If he wanted to, he would. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! If he wanted to, he would.
We'll talk off camera. Let's talk about movies and entertainment again.
You gonna tell a hopeless romantic she's not gonna get an Ella-plane ride? An Ella-plane ride?
But are you going to dismiss a guy who is good to you, who gives you a sweet proposal, over it not being, again, because again, this goes to knowing your partner, right? He would know what type of vision that you wanted. But I'm saying online, for example, groups of single people pull a, if they wanted to, they would, I'm not going to settle for less, or this, that, or the third, to the point that they, it's kind of the I don't need no woman, I don't need no man
Jordan.
conversation.
If he wanted to, he would.
I disagree.
And yeah, well,
why are we only putting it on he? That's the other thing.
I'm not. I'm putting it on him, she, they, all of them.
But the problem is that doesn't get. But yeah, okay.
It does go both. No,
video.
It does go both ways. It does. You got to fix your FYP, man, because that whoever is screaming at you is really.
It's not a scream. It was an actual like relationship coach, and it was a. She had a very fair analysis of the current dating and romance landscape that you're talking about. You were literally talking about how we are deprived of connection and things are very different, and that's what the video is talking about.
That was Jasmine of 5 minutes ago. Jasmine of right now is an antagonist.
That was Patricia.
A contrarian. That's Patricia. Anyway, tonight is a big night. Why is it a big night, Jordan?
Fantastic Four.
Yes, we got the Fantastic Four premiere tonight. Yes, I am going. My outfit is currently drying.
JK.
Your plus one is coming tomorrow.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be in LA today, so wouldn't it have been great if I'd have come today? We could have just done the whole thing in person.
Oh my god, I'm very excited for that. I did think you were coming in today, and I could just set up my little chair here, grab my second mic, and we just do it that way. Make Adam feel real upset, but he wasn't gonna be here anyway. That being said, yes, am I excited to watch Fantastic Four 2 days in a row? I don't think so. However, while we're on the topic of Fantastic, it's just hard. Like
I feel you.
I love movies. I do. I really do. But it's getting to the point where I get it. And Fantastic Four is tricky anyway, because I feel like I already know everything about this movie. I know the plot. I know they've just been releasing so much. And my problem is
the dick pic in our face.
And it's fucking a video. It's a 4K 2160 video. Like, and what's so bothersome?
I know the plot now.
what is so bothersome is I already knew the plot with my comic book lore. I already knew when Shalabal showed up that I already knew her backstory. I already knew when Galactus showed up. I already knew when we had the speculations of, is she pregnant? Isn't she pregnant? And that was way back when we were seeing the angles. Like, I was alienated. And then they were like, oh yeah, by the way, she's pregnant. Because they dropped that clip, that dinner table scene online of just like, you pregnant? Yeah. Okay, cool. Franklin is here. Wonderful. We now know that Reed Richards was looking at the baby mobile. We knew. We were like, yay, we were right, and they made it correct.
Like, we didn't have to know, for example, that Franklin was going to be born in the movie. It could have been a thing of her being pregnant was a again, because people were like, someone in my comments was just like, they've only showed us like 5 minutes. They've only showed us like 20 minutes. Stop complaining. But I'm like, the point is that sure, I'll be surprised in how we get there. But the frustration is that when it went all as far as to like Susan is pregnant, I now don't know if Susan will progress pregnancy the entire movie, if we will skip time and the baby will be here, if she goes into labor at some type of crazy moment, whatever. Then they start showing stuff where Franklin is there. So now I'm like, okay, well, we know that he makes it to the movie. Then they're like, oh, by the way, the whole point of the movie, Galactus doesn't really want Earth.
He wants Franklin. No. Galactus does want to eat Earth. That's always been something that
he'll spare it
But he'll spare it. It's the trade-off.
I didn't need to know that. And people were like, well, it's a comic storyline. So what? They can just show us and stop telling us everything. So I'm glad that you're with me in that, like, I will enjoy, going to go see this movie.
Sure.
But there are two things that someone pointed out. For one, there's a lot of continual weight lost in the MCU. One of the things is Doomsday. Someone pointed out that Doom is supposed to be a huge deal. I think you said this too. Doom is a huge deal. And with Thanos,
the MCU, in the comic universe, Doom is everything.
And we built up Thanos from Avengers. So we at the very least had like, hey, you're going to get Thanos. We had him sprinkled in Guardians of the Galaxy. We had him sprinkled in a post-credit scene. And then he shows up in Thor Ragnarok at the end with his ships, right? With Doom, we are literally going to have this and then Spider-Man before Doomsday.
Maybe. I mean, let's go to IMDb. Is Doom even listed in here in Fantastic Four?
Well, I personally think you'll get into spoiler territory if you do, because people have been spoiling. If you see him on the IMDb, don't tell me. However, Adam does have a good theory. He thinks that the whole ship at the end of Thunderbolts, it's going to be two different Fantastic Four ships, and we're going to see Fantastic Four's door open up in a different universe than what the Thunderbolts see.
I think Franklin opens up, because that's Franklin's powers, is that he's he's a cosmic being. And he has the power to create universes, to open portals, to bring back people from the dead. Like, that's his whole MO. And so I think in a panic, he's gonna, as a baby, accidentally open up a portal world and send them. Like, they're on their ship heading off, and Franklin opens up the portal into our world.
Yeah, but Fantastic Four, I'm very much kind of like, we're already it's gonna be Galactus, and you're gonna have to introduce Doom more than likely, at least in the post-credit scene, and then we just get Doomsday as a movie with like a post-credit scene in Spider-Man to allude to him some more. Like, we have two movies to really talk about Doom when like they could have been sprinkling Doom for a while. Your face is telling me that you're getting spoiled.
No, because I'm not being spoiled. I'm just confused why this particular actor is in this movie.
Bruh,
it's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler.
I'm also not gonna lie. It kind of still goes with the whole. I've never really been sold on everyone that they cast either.
Pedro Pascal. No spoilers. There are no spoilers on here.
Okay. Pedro Pascal just seems like they cast him because he's hot. Like, not
he was hot
physically
right
hot,
now.
but
no,
like
he
hot
was
right
hot.
now.
He was hot right now. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. Because he's
feels
not
inauthentic.
my Mr. Fantastic. He's not my Mr. Fantastic.
It's just like the Doomsday announcement. It felt inauthentic. It felt like you guys did it to get back the dude bros.
Him and Joseph Quinn, like Chris Evans. I was like, Pine, Hemsworth, Evans. Chris did such a fantastic job.
Loved him as Johnny.
Loved him. He's such a good douchebag.
It was such
Boston,
a different,
Bostonian, like, fuck you, dude. Like, that
it was
is
such a
Johnny
big
Storm.
contrast to him being Steve. Like when he became Steve, I was like, oh, I can take him seriously. Because when he was first cast as Steve, I was like, but he plays like a cocky dude. Like in this and what's the other? He's a villain in it. Michael Cera's in it. Why can't I think of the movie?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Scott Pilgrim. Yeah.
I had to go through who Michael Cera was, and then I was like, oh yeah, skin bull cut.
So like he normally plays this like cocky person. So when he did Steve Rogers, it was a different contrast. Yeah. But Joseph Quinn, he's giving it's kind of like he's giving quirky Johnny Storms. Like he's giving nerdy quirky. Like I don't know, he's just not giving heartthrob.
It's not heartthrob at all, but Johnny Storm is smart. He's an astronaut. Like not everyone gets to be an astronaut. But yeah, he is. He's not supposed to be dumb. He's just supposed to be like overly sexual and like I drive sports cars and like what is nothing is fearful for me. I'm a tough. Like I don't fear death. Like that was supposed to be Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess I'll find out in a few hours.
This is music. Not gonna lie, by the way, Stranger Things final season trailer came out. Not gonna lie, first of all, I've never watched any Stranger Things. But
I've never watched Stranger Things either.
Do people actually really care? Because I feel like most people say it's just taken too long to get to this point.
I think it's a matter of
them niggas is old.
Well, it's not just that, but yeah, I mean, she's married, probably got babies on the way. But I think the difference is, or the problem is that you've invested so much time into it that you just got to see it to its end. No one's going to be satisfied. It doesn't matter what they do. They will not be satisfied. It's just a fuck it mentality at this point. Speaking of what? Not being satisfied? You good, my guy?
Well, but speaking of satisfaction, on the Marvel tip, though, they have announced, Kevin Feige says, again, in my opinion, giving too much, they plan to reset singular timelines and reboot the MCU. Now, the headlines are kind of misleading because they keep using the term reboot. And in the article, he apparently specifically says he doesn't want people to think of it as a reboot. It's the get back to singular timelines and kind of clean slate, which we knew was coming.
That's what Secret Wars is. That's what Doomsday and Secret War does.
Yeah, the whole thing about Secret Wars is the timelines crash together. You get a prime universe, and we move forward. I have been of the opinion.
That also means that you're cherry picking who stays and who goes. Because since all of the timelines are merging together, you can't have the same being. We learned that in Spider-Man. Back to what? Spider-Man. What are the animated
Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes, it's about the Nexus beings, and you can't have the same beings in the same plane. Like, we learned all of that. So when all of the universes come together, there can only be one. There can only be one Thanos, one Thor, one other people that start with a T name. Mr. Terrific. You can only have... That's a different universe.
I was like, wait,
you can only have one. So that means we got to cherry pick who, and if a new Thor happens to be in the Prime universe that isn't Chris Hemsworth, then okay.
Yeah, he apparently explained it. He was like, "Don't call it a reboot," but he's calling it a soft reboot. But the point will be to focus on X-Men and more singular stories. My thing about it, because what he mentioned is, this is kind of a slightly frustrating part. We will now have some old people might be back with a new face. So now it's just like all the mantle handling for like Falcon is Captain America now, Ironheart. What possibly happens to those people? Do we end up just very much sidelining people who have had good stories to tell?
Listen, I don't care about them. The only character that I care about, I know, I hear you. The only character that truly matters to me in this universe, the only one, technically three, the only three, is Moon Knight. It's Moon Knight. That's the only thing that I care about. Bring my baby boy back. Bring him back. Y'all's teasing me. I want to bring my big three
what's so funny? You know what's funny? We having all this talk. We still hadn't had a Blade movie.
Fuck a Blade movie at this point. Fuck a Blade
Bro,
movie.
it should have just been a period piece. It's just
not
annoying.
gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. We've waited too long. We've waited too long. No, I don't care if you bring Wesley Snipes back.
It won't live
will
up to
never
anything.
be what I need it to be.
And
Unless...
the thing is that I actually said the plan should be after, because this was when multiverse was the focus. I said Secret Wars everything should like clean slate for them to focus on individual story, like start having contained movies where it's like Fantastic Four has like a trilogy of we get Miles Morales and Peter baby in the same movie, because that's also the thing. Someone was like, now we could get a Peter with a different face so that Tom Holland can move on to other things. Along with that,
Tom Holland's trying to quit acting. He ain't trying to move on to other things. He said, I'm gonna marry Zendaya. I got my bag. I'm out.
He gonna pull the Obama. He gonna be just like Obama. She gonna be out here working and he gonna be skiing.
Zendaya ain't trying to work either. Neither one of them. They are done. They want to get married and just be done. That's why she got all these things.
She got all types of brand deals and stuff, though.
She can have
That's
brand
what
deals.
I'm saying.
She can have brand deals, but it's not.
She's still gonna be.
I
think she's gonna be the face. Like I feel like she is gonna be Michelle Obama in their whole situation.
I think she's gonna be gone for a while. I think she's gonna be gone. She's gonna go just be a family woman for like probably 5-6 years, and then maybe come back. Maybe.
Speaking on Spider-Man, though, Spider-Verse was delayed till June 25th, 2027. It's only a couple of weeks. Chris Miller said that it was because of better IMAX window. But with that, in the MCU reboot conversation, Feige responded and said they cannot touch Miles Morales until Sony won't let them touch Miles Morales until they're finished with this trilogy. So we won't see Miles Morales in live action until 2028 at the earliest.
Good. I think that's just smart all around. I mean, planning your release window is so important, and I think Negan 2 is the most recent example of that. They dropped their video in between, or no, it was the week before Superman or some shit, but it was like Jurassic Park, Megan 2, and then Superman, and they didn't have to do it, but they expected to have a summer release, and I quote you, either Blumhouse reps or the Megan reps said, and you can Google this, they were disappointed because Megan 2 was supposed to be their Superman. They expected Megan 2 to be as big as Superman for them.
They said that the people were gonna show up for it, bro. They said the fans are gonna be here for us. No, brother. No, brother. No. Another thing about release window, actually, and I forgot to say it, where Kevin Feige fucked me up is he said that the current MCU plan is 7 years long. I think goes to 2032. Stop telling us about the timeline plan, because to be honest, it's never gonna happen. Here's where James is learning from their mistakes. James has been like,
don't say shit.
We're not talking about Batman or Wonder Woman going into production until those scripts are good.
Yeah.
The reason Supergirl is next.
We're like, what about Swamp Thing? He's like, I ain't worried about that. We're here talking about Superman. Let's talk about Superman.
And the thing about it is Supergirl, he's like, Supergirl was next because the script was solid. And my thing is, Spider-Verse suffers from this and the MCU suffers from this. Spider-Verse announced that the movies were coming out a year apart. Yeah. In my mind back then, I always thought that they were working on them at the same time.
Because they were. Parts of it.
And I assumed that when they kept that release window with Across coming out, that they were already animating. Then after Across the Spider-Verse came out, it was revealed they hadn't finished the script. And so it's like, don't give us a release date if you don't have shit on paper yet, brother.
Why add that pressure to the staff and the crew? If they're already working on one thing, they ain't even looking at the second. Like, what are you doing?
Learn from Wicked. Wicked for Good was basically done before Wicked came out.
They were actually shooting those in tandem because they had to. For the story purposes, it made sense.
The 7 years long plan, I don't care, because in 15 years we'll finally have whatever it comes. Also, Kevin's contract is apparently up in 2 years, and he said he sees himself working with them for 10 to 15 more. your face. That's
That
what he
math
said.
ain't mathin'.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He said he I guess he thinks he's like, I'm seeing myself renew. To Jasmine's like, I don't know about that one,
Okay,
Chief.
we gonna see. We gonna see in
We gonna see.
in
Because right now,
720 days, I guess we'll find out.
yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't jump on the MCU's in shambles thing, but I think the MCU has been on a decline as long as people have been going, we're back after every fucking movie, to the point that movies that are actually good don't get enough buzz because we're hyping mediocre shit.
Like Thunderbolts?
Like Deadpool and Wolverine.
No,
Deadpool and
Thunderbolts
Wolverine was
good.
not. Oh, no. Sorry. I thought you were saying what's bad.
No,
I was saying
Deadpool and Wolverine, I don't. It's a movie.
Deadpool and Wolverine was fucking mid. It was the
movie.
actual definition of, because the thing is, people use mid for trash. It was actually middle of the road. Everyone called it 10 out of 10. And it's like, it was just cameo fest.
Deadpool and Wolverine is an event film. It's a film that when you're in the theater surrounded by a group of your peers who also have not experienced it before, it elevates the experience to a 10. But it's the experience. It was a moment in time, and I'll give you that. For that moment in time, it is a 10 out of 10, but it doesn't need a rewatch. And it's crazy because depending on what brodom I'm talking in, they will curse me out my name and tell me that Deadpool and Wolverine is the greatest and they could watch it 10, 15, 16 times. And I'm like, great. Go play with your Tonka trucks. I don't care. Like, that's fine. I just don't. I got it. I got it after one watch. I got everything I needed to. I understood it. And that's fine. There's nothing too deep in this movie.
If you call Deadpool and Wolverine a 10 out of 10, but then you say that Captain America Brave New World is not a good movie, I side-eye you. Just because, like, you can't say it, because like one of them is a better actual movie, whether you feel like it's a good movie or not. It was a better movie than Deadpool and Wolverine. And like you said, Thunderbolts, unfortunately, Thunderbolts financially is considered a failure, and it is a better movie out of all three.
Better movie. It's the best movie out of all three of those. Yeah. But I digress. We're getting towards the end. Is there anything else we got to talk about pop culture wise?
Man, let's see. San Diego Comic-Con this week.
Whoop, whoop. Literally still prepping. She's stressed.
Yeah, I'm a little stressed too. I gotta send emails today. Jesus fuck me. I'm also finishing packing. I also technically got work today. It's the whole thing. We're on our lunch break. If anyone from work sees this. It's 12:40. It's 12:44. It's still my lunch break.
Still his lunch break.
I don't really think anything else really happened. You brought up Coldplay Gate, Spider-Verse. James Gunn confirmed that the DCU Batman's not Robert Pattinson, but again, he also doesn't really say anything. He's like, he wants people to stop asking shit is the thing.
But we won't. Because we want our Bat Baddie. We just want, what the hell is that comic where they're
World's
together?
Finest.
Thank you. Yes. I was like, Ultimates? No. But we did get the Ultimate Catwoman. I'm so excited.
I saw you were you're ready
God.
to wear that to a premiere, aren't you?
Oh, I'm so ready to just wear it for Comic-Con. I can't wait. I'm gonna really break down that costume, but it's so cool. Like her tail, it's a automatic, like that's her whip and it moves on its own. Like it's
that's fire.
Yeah, so she's got like a cat tail now, and that's her whip, is the cat tail. It's so cool. Yeah, I love Catwoman. I love her so much. Anyway, I think that is the end, my friends. We got a lot of prep work we got to do. Jay Fridge is going to be on the West Coast. West Coast tomorrow.
West Coast Bridge.
Until then, make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe, hit all the buttons, and we will see you guys next time.
Peace.
Goodbye.
No hasta pasta.
No hasta pasta.
Adam be living.